Let me tell you why you're still not successful and why I am. There are 3 keys you need to have in order to open the door to success. And I'm going to give them to you so you can stop pretending to be successful and actually be successful, like me. Out of all the people in this earth, only 2% are actually going to become successful. And if you don't believe me, go look it up. Everybody talks about being successful, right? You know, when you're a little kid and they're asking you, what do you want to be when you grow up? I don't think any little kid grows up and says, oh, I just want to be average. Because nobody wants to be average, right? But how many of those people, when they're younger, do you see actually become successful? How many of them actually accomplish their goals and actually achieve their dreams? Very few of them, right? And here's why. Success is a mindset. In order to be successful, you have to think successful. Not one person that's actually successful on this earth, that has money, that's living that dream that you're only imagining, is going to tell you, oh, I sat back and watched the money fall off trees. Because money isn't going to just come out of thin air. You have to make that happen. You have to think it into reality. Ask yourself this question. Put yourself at work, right? You're at your regular 9-to-5 job and you see somebody, right, walking back and forth. They're going back and forth from the front office, back and forth. They're all around the store or the restaurant or something. And they look like they're super productive, right? You're like, dang, they are really on their ish. Man, I bet they're making a whole lot of money. Maybe I should get like them, right? But then a year from then, right? A year from then when you started, right? They're still in that exact same place. They haven't gotten a raise. They haven't gotten a promotion or nothing. You want to know why? Because they're not actually successful. Them looking productive is just that, a look. A lot of people are just all talk. They talk about how bad they want to be successful. They talk about how bad they want to be a millionaire. Yet, what are they doing to actually be a millionaire? What are they doing to actually become that successful person that they're talking about? See, look at me. I say what I'm going to do and I go freaking do it. You know, I'm not walking around back and forth. Like, let's say I go from this wall to that wall 15 times in an hour, right? And I'm like, man, I feel great, right? You know, I just walked back and forth 15 times, but what did I actually do to be productive to get me towards success? Nothing. It was just a look, because you're going to look at me and be like, man, she's doing a whole lot of walking. She must be getting a lot done. But at the end of the day, I'm not actually doing anything. I'm not actually getting anything done. I'm just walking back and forth. If you want to be successful, stop looking like you're successful and actually go do some. Actually be busy. Key number 1 to being successful is having a productive mindset. See, when you tell yourself that I'm going to get up every day and I'm going to go do what I got to do to become successful, to reach my goal, guess what? You're going to be successful. You're going to reach that goal. So many people in this earth are just talking. I'm somebody who's tired of talk. I've never actually talked. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting on my Instagram or my Facebook or my Snapchat and I'm talking about, oh, y'all, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. No, I actually go freaking do it. If I say I'm gonna post a YouTube video, I get my ass up and I go post that YouTube video. If I say I'm gonna go make content for my business, I get my ass up and I go make content for my business. I'm not just talking about what I'm gonna do, I actually make it happen. I watched a podcast this morning, right? It's called Real AF by Andy Frisella. And he's who's actually inspired me to do this video, right? Because he says some real ass shit in his stuff. And I'm like, more people need to hear what this man is saying because he is smart and he's successful and he knows what the F he's talking about. He gave this example. Let's just take 100 people, right? 100 people are talking about they want to be successful. But you put them up against the first key. They open the first door and realize that you can't just look like you're going to be successful. You actually have to do things to be successful. Guess what? That's going to knock 10 people right off. 10 people aren't even going to step through the freaking door. 10 people aren't even going to make it to the first step of being successful just because they don't actually want to be productive. They're lazy. They're the people at work talking about some, I don't get paid to do that. That's above my pay grade. I don't feel like doing that. I don't want to get up that early. I don't want to do this. I'm not fun to do that. They ain't successful. they aren't ever going to be successful because they're lazy, because they just want to talk, because they just want to look like the people that you're looking up to. Look at the people you're following and you tell me, are they talking about being successful and then a year later from now actually going to be successful? Are they talking about how successful they're going to be and then a year from now it's still just that? They're still just talking about how successful they're going to be, because then you're going to be looking at them like, okay, where's the success that you're talking about? But let's take the other 90 people that actually did, go do what they say they're going to do. They said they're going to be successful and they started taking the steps and doing their stuff in order to reach their goals. But here's the kicker. Key number 2 is going to knock over 80 of those people off the freaking chopping block. You're going to go from 90 people to 10 people with just key number 2. You know what that is? 80 of those 90 people are going to give up because it's going to get hard. I don't know who told people that money falls off trees and it's just going to rain from the sky, but it ain't true. I don't know one successful person that talked to me and said, oh yeah, I came successful over it. I didn't even do nothing. I just woke up one day and boom, I had $1 million sitting in my lap. That don't happen. It ain't real. Once you get past that first door of being productive to get to success, then you have to actually dedicate yourself to being productive. See, if you don't dedicate yourself every day, even through the hard times, through all the negativity that is going to come your way, you are not going to be successful. I'm sorry. You're going to get a lot of negative comments. You think I got where I was at if I just sat down and for every person that told me you're not going to be a model, you're not going to run a business, you're not going to be big on Instagram, you're not going to start a YouTube channel, you're not going to do this, you're not going to do that. You think I sat down and listened to them and was like, yeah, you're right? No. I took that negativity and I threw it out the freaking window, because that's not going to help me. Matter of fact, I block all those people that are freaking negative, that are telling me I can't do it. Let me give you an example of my life. I told myself when I was younger, I'm going to get over $1 million in scholarships. I saw things on the news. I saw things in newspapers. I saw things in magazines of kids, of high school graduates getting millions of dollars in scholarship money, right? And people are like, oh my God, that's freaking incredible. And I was like, that's amazing. How did they do it? I want to do that, right? And I told myself, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get $1 million in scholarships when I graduate high school. And you know what I did? Even though school freaking sucks, right? Even though I did not want to do that homework, I did not want to go to class. I wanted, if anything, to drop out. You know how many times I thought about dropping out of high school, y'all? I was like, I'm fed up with it. I still got my ass up and I did what I had to do to get the GPA, to get the scholarships. And if you don't believe me, I will give you my high school counselor's number right now, because when I got on the stage my senior year and they announced every scholarship that I was awarded, it totaled to over $1,100,000 in scholarships. I reached my goal. And if you think I did that by sitting on my ass and telling myself I'm not going to do work, I'm not going to show up, then you're sadly mistaken. No, I had to fight through the sleep deprivation. I had to fight through the stress. I had to get through all the high school bullying, the high school negativity, all the people that really made me not want to go to school. I had to fight through all that negativity and get to my goal. Let's take something even bigger than that, right? Let's take my modeling, for example. I'm a model today. And not just a model, but an actress as well, because I didn't sit on my ass 2 years ago and was like, oh, I want to be a model. And so I sat down and waited for opportunities to come my way. No, that's not how you get into this entertainment business. That's not how you get into the modeling industry. If you want to be a rapper, a singer, a model, an actress, a dancer, you got to get the fuck up. You got to show out on social media. You got to make yourself stand out and show people why you deserve to be famous, why you deserve to be successful, and not the rest of these motherfuckers. Because honestly, that's how it is. I got my ass up, even though I didn't feel like getting prayer day. I didn't feel like putting on a cute outfit. I didn't feel like doing my hair. I didn't feel like getting makeup and stuff on. I didn't feel like going out to photo shoot. I didn't feel like, but I did. And guess what? Now your girl is going to Mississippi in a month to go model for the senator's husband. Now your girl is in a magazine. Now your girl is with an agency. Now your girl has her own manager. Now your girl is going to be in a fashion show. Now your girl's already been in a fashion show. because I got my ass up and I put in that work, that dedication that is needed to be successful. And that leads me to key number 3. Because now you've knocked off the first 10 people, right? With key 1, productiveness. Actually doing what you say you're going to do. Then you knocked off another 80 people, right? That brings you down to only 10 people now left in your pool of 100. With the fact that they're going to give up. They're not going to want to put in the work. It's going to get hard and no one's going to hold their hand through it. So they're going to be like, you know what? I'll just go be average because it's easier being average than trying to continue to be successful. Now you're only left with 10 people, right? But key number 3 is what's going to take you from 10 people to only 2 people. That 2% that actually becomes successful. And let me tell you what it is. Motivation. The reason why within your last 10 people, 8 people are going to give up. 8 people are going to fall off and not reach successful, even though they've come so far, is because they're not motivating themselves to continue to be successful. See, you may have reached your first goal, right? Like, for example, in this business that I'm in, people don't necessarily become millionaires overnight, right? But there are people that don't understand that it takes steps to be successful. See, just because you haven't hit your goal within the first month doesn't mean you still are where you started. And that's because you have to keep motivating yourself to reach the ultimate goal. I may not be at a freaking director level within my first month of being in this business, but I'm already hit my first rank. I'm a freaking managing market partner in my business now because I put in that work. I didn't just be productive. I didn't just dedicate myself. I motivated myself every day to get up, to put in that effort. I'm going to get on social media. I'm going to talk to these people. I'm going to show off these products. I'm going to model these clothes. I'm going to go to my photo shoots. I'm going to do what I got to do to be successful. The only way you're going to continue to be successful if you motivate yourself. Because if you keep doing that same cycle that you've been doing since you first started to be successful, you're going to get bored. And boredom is what kills you. Because when you get bored, then your mind finds ways to get unbored. Now, how is your mind going to do that? It's going to start off with little things, right? Take my business, for example. First, it's going to be, oh, I can sleep in a little later. Normally I told myself, I'm going to get up at 8 a.m. And, I've been doing that, but I'm going to sleep in a little later just because, hey, it's just a little later. It's not, an hour or so. It's not going to kill anybody. Oh, and then it's going to turn in. I posted a picture yesterday. I'm not going to post a picture today. I posted it yesterday. They'll be okay. All my followers will be okay. They don't have to see me today. I just don't feel like it. And then it's going to turn into, well, I know I missed this meeting and I missed that team call and then I didn't have this opportunity call and I had a couple people reaching out to me that want to get into this business too. But, instead of doing a call today, I'm just going to do it tomorrow, right? It's going to be little things like that at first may not affect it too bad. But then you're going to get into a cycle of it because it felt so good and it was so different to your brain to not have to be in that cycle that you're going to keep doing it because it's not boring your mind anymore. But then that's how you die. That's how those 8 people that could have been in the 2% don't become the 2%, don't become successful because they fall for the excuses. They create excuses for why they're not going to do what they need to do. See, if you tell your mind that once I reach one goal, I'm going to create another goal. And then once I reach that goal, I'm going to create another goal. See, your mind doesn't get bored because it's going to be constantly searching for new ways to be successful. It's going to be like, okay, well, I was doing this before and it got me to stage 1. So now how do I get to stage 2? Because I've hit the $100,000 mark. Now how do I hit the $200,000 mark? And then once I hit $200,000, how do I hit the $500? And then after I hit the $500,000, how do I get the $1 million? See, when you think like that, see, now you're motivating yourself to keep freaking going. See, your brain's not going to get bored because it's going to be constantly finding ways to be successful. It's going to find new ways to be better, be greater, find new ways to get on top. So now you have the 3 keys, right, to open the doors to success. You got your first key, being productive. You got your second key, dedication. And then you got your third key, motivation. But there's actually a 4th key. There's a 4th door that you have to open to actually truly reach success that I didn't tell you all about. I didn't tell you all about, because not a lot of people are going to get to the end of this video. A lot of people are going to get pissed off at what I'm saying because they're the people that aren't going to be successful. Oh, she's talking about me. Oh, what she mean? Just because I say I'm not going to do that work today. I'm tired of watching this video. They're not going to make it this far. See, only the people that actually want to be successful are going to make it this far in this video, right? And here's that fourth key. This is the secret to unlock the final door so you can actually be that successful person that you've always wanted to be. It ties all three keys together. Consistency. See, when you're consistently telling yourself to get up every day and be productive so you can dedicate yourself to reaching the goal that you're motivating yourself to get to, you are finally going to reach success. See, it all goes together. You can't be successful if you're not productive. You can't be successful if you're not dedicating yourself. You can't be successful if you're not constantly motivating yourself. But even if you have all three of those things, you're not going to be successful if you're not consistently doing all three of those things every day. And not just with a business, right? This is with life. Whether you're watching this video because you're trying to be successful to make money, whether you're watching this video because you want to build that body that you've been striving to get, that toned muscular body that for some reason you still haven't been able to reach. Maybe it's your own personal goal that has nothing to do with physical fitness or money at all. Maybe it's something else that you're achieving, but for some reason you haven't been able to achieve it. These are the keys that's going to help you finally reach whatever goal you're trying to reach. Whatever reason you watched this whole video, I just gave you the 4 keys to finally reach that goal. Now, when you reach that goal, when you're finally successful, don't go out and brag about it. I don't know too many successful people that are out here bragging about how much money they have, how toned their body is, what kind of cars they're driving, what house they're. I don't see too many people constantly bragging about what they have. They may bring it up. Oh yeah, this rap career got me, into this house. The business that I am got me this free car. Because people who are successful don't brag about being successful. They don't brag about their money. They don't brag about their house. They don't brag about their cars. They're not bragging about anything. They just show it. See, you're like when someone's like, you may take it, somebody going to the car shop and be like, hey, look at this car that I just got. I worked so hard in my business and I got it for free. And you may take it as bragging because you don't have it. Because now you're jealous. Oh, they got something that I don't have that I want, right? But to that person, it's not bragging. They're not bragging. They're celebrating. They're celebrating all the hard work that they've put in to get whatever they're showing. You don't need to brag when you're successful. It's going to show. People are going to look at you and they're going to automatically be able to tell they are successful. Not based off the clothes you're wearing, not based off the car you're driving, not based off the house that you're living in, but based off of your mindset and your actions. They're going to tell that you're successful. And that's all I got for y'all today. Don't settle for being average. Be the 2%. Be successful. This video was inspired by Annie Frisella, who owns the podcast Real AF. It's a free podcast. Make sure you go subscribe. Go listen to him. He knows what he's talking about. This has been Something to Think About with Aryial Symone, and I'll see y'all at the top.